The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live, here we go at the Barbershop with your hosts, Misha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the Magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
Oh, I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
Welcome back, Friday night. Everything is live at the Barbershop. Shops are open. It's a lot of talk for tonight. Oh man. Tonight's called Chopping It Up because we're gonna do a quick little thing tonight because a couple of the cast members are out for tonight. Out taking care of their business, doing their little time off situation. So the rest of us, we're doing overtime, and we could be anywhere in the world, but we're here with you, and you are here with us. So. For tonight's topic, it's a lot of things going on in social media that's very interesting, to say the least. Without further ado, let me introduce myself. My name is John, and next to me is my man Q. Yo, Q, what it do?
What's up, man? It's another beautiful night, man.
Also on the panel tonight, I got Sassy's in the building, joining us for this discussion. Sassy, what's up?
What's up, fam?
Yes. So, New York, our beautiful state of New York, where we're from. The wolves came out. They say when it comes closer to when the seasons change and it's coming closer to winter time, especially, it's noted that Christmas time is robin time, what they call robin season.
Yeah.
So it came a little bit earlier. We're not even done with summer. These wolves is out.
Christmas in July,
I guess.
Yeah.
So recently, Bishop Lamor Whitehead, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn.
Right now, he's wishing that somebody could pass over the plate to get back some of the stuff that was taken from him. So, on a regular, you pass that plate around, they put the money in. So I think right now he's aiming for that for himself right now. Okay. So with that, we're discussing the fact that the pastor, while doing his sermon live, got robbed. Getting robbed is bad. Don't get me wrong. Getting robbed is bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
How much he got robbed? That's the questionable part of it right now that everyone is talking about, because
It's crazy, man.
this is something that we saw growing up. I always questioned it as far as, and it didn't matter. I guess the only one I can dispute maybe is Buddhism.
Yeah.
But Muslims, Catholics, Jews, it didn't matter. Rabbis, pastors, it didn't matter. Everyone paid themselves.
Yeah.
They paid themselves well.
Yeah.
So now thinking about that, and you're hearing the different names that we heard over the years of all these mega pastors. You got Creflo. You got Allstein's or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
You got
Austin.
Jake's.
Yeah.
You got a couple of them out there.
Yeah.
Grace Jones,
Brother.
Noel Jones,
Yeah.
I think is his name, right?
Yeah.
Another one. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that as a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
you're not supposed to pay yourself.
Or get the comfort of it.
I'm not saying that you can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Pastors having a
Rose Bentley.
a Rolls Royce
Bentley.
or a private jet. It's a little bit over the top for me.
For me too.
And then I have
It's
to
over the
question.
top. It's over the top.
I have to
man.
question the fact that if the church is for the community, to serve the community, and I'm not talking about handing out food.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about handing out clothes that was donated.
Yeah.
I'm talking about if you're spending a $50,000 on a Louis Vuitton suit or something like that, or you got a Bentley or a Rolls Royce parked in the $2.5 million mansion driveway, and there's people out here starving.
Yeah.
That's where I have an issue.
Yeah.
With the person that is the representation, as you say, the middleman between God and us.
Yeah.
The representative. You understand what I'm saying? So, you understand what I'm saying? So that's where it comes in for me, where it's difficult. So recently, I'm gonna play a clip real quick of the pastor, and I'll tell you something. Reading in between the line, the pastor to me, I want to pass judgment.
Yeah.
Pastor sounded to me like,
we're not here to do that.
He used to be in the hood.
Yeah.
It used to be one of them dudes that, because you hear from what he said, and he made a statement that, like I made some phone calls and I'm praying that those dudes get to me.
Yeah.
Before I certain people.
That's thug life.
Yeah, and not only that, but
that's thug life.
He's connected to the mayor.
Yeah, it's just a lot of little things where he said he recently turned in a guy that shot somebody on the subway the other day.
Yeah.
So
he said the guy that shot the Goldman Sachs employee for no reason.
Yeah.
On the train.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did you good deed. I give you that. But like I said, I saw some photographs with his wife and himself.
Well, it was him and his wife that got robbed. So together, $200,000 to $400,000 in jewelry alone.
Now check it now. Think about it.
So they ain't robbed nobody
Four
else?
guys, they ain't robbed nobody else. All right, now you remember Ice Cube?
Remember
Ice Cube
and
them had a movie like similar.
Yeah.
Where they was gonna rob the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it now, one, he knows these people know them.
Yeah.
Somewhere or another. They, even if they don't know them personally, they sat back and said, all right, we're gonna hit these two.
Yeah.
You didn't rob nobody else. You didn't want nobody else's little measly money that was in there.
Yeah.
Because they could have took everybody's wallet, everyone's purse. But these two are the jackpot.
Yeah, the wife.
You're telling me that on a regular night in Brooklyn, on Remsen, anybody from Brooklyn know where Remsen's at? So at the end of the day, two individuals walking around with $400,000 worth of jewelry. There's no award show going on. There's no BT red carpet.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe just one of the wedding band is like 200.
But still, it's just common sense at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, all right, for instance now, we spoke about this many times on the show before. I think Black Republican just spoke about it on the last show. Just common sense on things. If you know certain things go on down that street, why would you bother to bring anything with you? You understand what I mean?
But like he's a pastor.
Doesn't matter.
I think he thinks the community
pastors don't
look
get
out.
A pass. They don't get a pass. And it's clear as day. They
But
didn't get a pass.
it's not happening frequently. I guess more pastors gonna look into things. His suggestion is every pastor should get a license for a firearm.
Well, I don't think let me not say it hasn't been broadcast in the news where other pastors got ran upon like that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is right now, you have the Creflos, you have the TD Jakes, the high end ones. So they probably got security or whatever.
I know they got a lot of security.
Because their church is mega
church.
This is a little something. Then you got to think about it now. When people say to you that church is a business, think about it.
Church is a business.
If all I do is come here for how many hours a day?
Do a ceremony.
And most of them don't come to church every day. Definitely Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. Maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For you to afford between you and your wife $400,000 in jewelry alone,
plus Bentley, Rose.
They didn't steal that. We talking jewelry alone.
Yeah.
Do the math. Yeah. The average man out here that's putting money in the collection plate is not even making $100,000.
Oh, yeah.
The average person out here is getting
40,
30 something, 35 to 40.
Yeah.
Higher end 50, 60.
Yeah.
Nice 70, 80, 90, 100.
These are some of the reasons why they're wondering people staying away from the churches, man.
That's the same reason why I say, for me, I don't need the middleman. If I need to pray to him upstairs, I directly dial him. I don't need you to connect the phone for me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's costing me too much to you understand what I mean? It costs me too much for me to have, back in the days, the operator used to call the operator and say, hey, I need to dial such and such. And the operator plug out one thing and she plug in the next thing.
Yeah.
Costs too much nowadays for you to have that because the tithes, I understand tithes. It's a biblical thing. Yeah. Tithes back in the days, you would give a cow, you give different things. That's a form of tithing also. Nowadays, you can't go to the church and say, hey, hold this chicken. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can't be like that. But,
so they're not accepting that.
Yeah.
So money.
But it's crazy what these pastors, the lifestyle of these pastors, Bentley, Rose, planes, mansions, 2 planes. It's crazy. Why would you want and your member of the church walk into church? The member of the church jumping, trying to get the bus to reach the church on time. That's crazy.
But here's the funny part about it. They always tell you when something's going wrong, money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
So why are you indulging in the evil? Evilness?
Taking
you understand what I'm saying?
To live that life.
It doesn't make sense.
It can't be money is the root of all evil.
It's not. It's the people that's and how they use it.
It's the love of money.
The love
of money. There's a difference.
All right, so I'm gonna play this clip real quick, just for you to kind of get a better idea of
Gucci suit
Pastor itself. So queued up, right?
It's crazy.
All right.
I want to be straight with you guys, right? Everybody that know me from the streets, y'all know who I am
from the streets.
And if you have any information, inbox me because I'd rather them turn themselves in, right? Because all of the material things, and it was hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry that was taken from me, and I say hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they knew it because they've been watching, and we know more than y'all think we know already. But those are all material things, and I know that I seen a blogger posted, the bishop that wears a lot of diamonds was robbed. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why are you so flashy? It's not about me being flashy. It's about me purchasing what I want to purchase. And it's my prerogative to purchase what I want to purchase. If I work hard for it, I can purchase what I want to purchase. And, the bloggers are going to blog. The media has been calling me already. It hurts me because my church is hurt. The women and children that was in my church, my daughter, she's traumatized right now. She still is not even talking because of that experience. They had the gun in my 8-month-old face. The women of my ministry, my wife, everybody's traumatized, right? Me, I grew up in these streets. I understand the streets.
See what I'm saying?
The rules of the streets. Yeah. That's why I got out of the streets. But that's how I understand how to communicate with the streets. And these young men that did that, The Bible says in Psalms 105, I just need to just put scripture to this. In Psalms 105 and 15, it says, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. I want y'all to understand that the Bible also says in Joshua chapter 6, verses 15 through 18, God told Joshua, I'm going to deliver Ai in your hands, but don't touch the treasure. Don't touch the accursed thing. Don't touch the accursed thing. For if you touch the accursed thing, you will surely die.
Pause on that for a minute.
So that's a threat. To me, sound like a threat.
No, well, hear what he's saying. If you hear the undertone part of it. So what he's saying is he's going to send AI. But the treasures, the material items, leave that alone. Okay? Funny part about it, it doesn't apply to him. The material items, you're touching.
Yeah.
You're enjoying the fruits.
You're enjoying the material things.
Now, going back to what we said, not an issue with you enjoying the fruits of your labor.
True.
Not an issue with you paying yourself. And like he said, I work, so I should be able to, not a problem. The problem again comes in that wherever he lives, now mind you, we're talking about Brooklyn. You got to be in a certain area at a certain, you're not going, everybody that know Brooklyn is the concrete jungle. Okay? So now, if you live in, anybody know where Remsen's at? All right. You already know what time it is. Where your church is and where you live, I can guarantee it's two different spots. All right? If you're not out in Jersey or Long Island or some part of Queens, or if it's in Brooklyn still, you in a whole nother section, because you ain't parking that Bentley, double parking it somewhere where the rest of us rest in Flatbush, Church Ave, Canarsie, Flatlands, Pennsylvania, 90s, Kings Highway. You're not resting. No, you're not resting your car just double parked up anywhere. So what I'm saying is, again, at this point, if you're saying $400,000 at this point is just material items, and these guys need to turn around, then you're throwing scriptures. That's another thing we gotta look out for, what they call pulpit pimping.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys that know how to hustle, because they know this is the cleanest hustle you got out there. They don't want to admit it, because blending scriptures, God, or anything like that is almost like blasphemy. So when you bring up the subject of God, religion, preachers, pastors, bishops, blah, 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 on and on, it's a taboo, because they don't want to, it feels like it's going against the grain.
Yeah.
But think about it. Let's say for you, you're into church. Was you a deacon or something? Or something near it, right? What was it? I don't know. Was it? No.
The lead usher. I'm an usher.
Oh, all right. You know how to dance?
Cap.
Yeah.
Usher.
But my point on this is that these are the things that keeps people away from the church. There are good pastors out there. There are pastors that reading from the Bible. There are pastors that dedicated to the sermon and dedicated to what they're doing. And you have pastor who, you have motivation pastor, just motivate you. Give you stuff that you motivate. They're not really in the Bible, but motivate you. But a pastor like this that wear these kind of expensive suit, the cars, the planes, and these things, what are they teaching?
We're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to bring my girl Jess in the... Hey, Jess, what's good? What's good?
What's up, Jess?
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
CP time. CP.
No, I was having
Technical errors.
Nah, I'll play with you. I know. Yeah. It's all good. I almost didn't recognize you there. It's been so long.
Right? Come back a brand new girl.
Looking like Diana Ross. Look at you. Mahogany. What's good?
Yeah.
You want to join in this conversation? So recently, a bishop in Brooklyn, New York, got robbed live on air while he was preaching. So it came out.
Robbed of what? You gotta say what?
Well, I was just about to get to that. But, he got robbed of $400,000 between him and his wife. Got robbed of $400,000 worth of jewelry.
That's
okay.
No
so
cash.
200.
Yeah. 200 what?
I said 200 each.
Yeah, I guess she was.
I guess
doing 200.
No, it probably got more for him because he's all right. Now listen.
What is a bishop?
So
chain?
he said, all right. He had one chain out on top of the rope. Then he had like
bishop chain.
Then he had like 2 or 3 under the rope. I'm like, yo, what is all that for? To go preach at night?
To go preach at church.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I don't even understand.
They say come as you are. I guess that's just how he dressed all day long.
But that's what it says. If you look at some of the photographs that he has, man got like Louis Vuitton suits, jackets,
Fendi suits,
white Fendi. His wife
I
got
was
stuff.
looking at his website. It says that he used to own a mortgage and real estate firm.
Okay.
So he got
So I don't know. I went to give a donation because I said, let me touch this donate tab that he got on his website here for the church. And hold on one second. It links to PayPal, and then I got an alert saying this organization is currently ineligible to receive donations. So I don't know what happened between them and PayPal, but something's going on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jess.
I said they scamming.
That's what we were talking about now.
All right, Q, here. Bishop chain.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how much he spent for his, but I see one here for $2,669.
Oh no, I got to upgrade on
What?
that. That's too small.
Why do we need a
That was
bishop
tiny.
chain? What is it for? Why do we need a bishop chain? What is it? What is a bishop chain representing? What does it do?
Is that the chain that they swing around with the smoke?
No, that's Catholic.
Well, I heard it's better to start investing into jewelry rather than having money nowadays. So I guess that's what they're doing.
Until you wear it to church and get robbed.
So, okay, figure this now. If he used to own a real estate company, past tense, doesn't own it no more. So something has to be better and lucrative for me to stop doing real estate. The most lucrative thing that you can think of.
And mortgage.
To just sit down now in a church and preach to someone every single day or every other day or however much time he's in there, and to be able to pull $400,000 out. Now mind you, could have had this money prior. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. The principal level of everything is that you're for the community, and that's like you. That's like you having a big soiree, all right? A big ball at your house. Because, all right, for instance, when we went to LA, perfect example, Hollywood Hills. Oh, nice. At the bottom, people are starving. Those people that come down from the hill, they have to make the left or the right, so they're going to see these people in the tent and everything underneath the bridge, everything. They don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Now, anyone that has compassion, you're coming down out the hills, you can say, all right, here, let me bring down some, plate, or let me order a bunch of stuff and just drop it off, at least eat for today.
Yeah.
It's not bothering them. They're eating. Until one of them end up underneath that bridge, it won't register. It will never register. And that's the problem. Even with a person like him, it's like there's so much greater things that you can do. Yes, that's your money. Yes, you work for it, allegedly. And you can do whatever you want. But a person of God, that's like you Now, mind you, these are all stories that we heard about Jesus walking and doing it. But just imagine Jesus walking around in Gucci and Louis slippers, you know, back then, and he got a Fendi robe, especially when they were gonna nail him on the cross and say, "Hey, hold."
Not Fendi robe.
This robe costs
$5,000.
So watch how you know.
But in this pastor, his tone, it's all like
cockety,
just gangster tones. He know what's happening already. He has that link out there. He knows what's happened, and he's gonna get back to them on all these things. Turn in yourself because he has
He'll just get the insurance money off the jewelry. It has to be insured, right?
So where is coming from though? Like where is he getting the money? Yeah, thinking more towards
online giving.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's more towards the church. Like, is it a mega church?
Nah,
it doesn't sound like a mega church
like that. It
ain't supposed to be
for them to run in.
I think they got 2 locations though. They got one in Brooklyn, one in Queens. So
well, the one in Brooklyn got robbed.
What he said that had 100 petitioners.
What he says is churches,
but it ain't nothing mega.
Yeah, what
it ain't like Atlanta.
No, that ain't mega at all.
The church was under
nothing in Brooklyn's gonna be mega like that.
Pressure or what the church was under? What like
pressure? What the people them?
Yeah, he's been pressuring the people, man. The church is under pressure from him.
Oh, like that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Donations.
I don't know. He can't pass that.
Or if he could be cleaning money.
Say again.
He could be cleaning money.
I mean, clearly, listen. Before I even played the clip, I already got the vibes. This is an old hustler. This is an old street dude. It's a street dude that's gonna say he turned his life around. Could be.
Yeah.
It's a street dude that learned the scriptures. And that's why you gotta be careful.
You can read it.
Anyone can interpret scriptures and turn it around. Yeah. It's like the last portion where he said with AI and not to touch the jewelry, not to touch the material items. That's the same thing we were talking about. But at the end of the day, you're touching the material items. The same thing that you're telling everyone else out there, don't be materialistic. Money is the root of all evil. Da 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 da. But yet still.
But to me, it's like he's telling his boys, deal with them, but
keep me out of it.
Yeah, don't deal with the thing. Just secure the thing for me.
That's
secure them, the jewel for me. It's crazy, man. That's why people stay away from churches. But you have good pastors out there, but these guys are setting a different example of preaching.
So now,
well, according to the New York Post, Bishop previously did 5 years in prison for identity fraud and grand larceny.
Yeah,
according to the New York Post.
And what bothers him? If you listen,
it's on the New York Post.
It ain't alleged.
Well, on his website, he said that he was set up on his website. He didn't say what it was. This is the church website, but basically he was set up and sentenced to serve 11 to 34 years. So I guess he did 5 out of 11.
5 out of that.
Yeah. And this dude, if you listen to what he's saying, all he's worrying about is that the media is saying he's flashy. He's flashy.
You brought it on yourself.
But
he is flashy, and he says that's all the media and people online they're bringing it up. He's flashy.
And what happened to this?
He buy what he want to buy.
Regular black suit. You gotta come with a Fendi suit.
Yeah.
A custom Fendi suit.
What's up with that? You remember?
But if I'm wearing this type of stuff, if I'm wearing this type of stuff, people watching, would you not have security? It makes no sense to me.
Well, I think with him,
for the people.
I think with him, because he felt that he's in the church.
Nah.
And
a lot of times people do this to get the insurance on their so-called.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I would not be surprised if
because I don't see how
he already know them dudes that white Mercedes they talking about is in the bottom of some river right now.
I don't see how that other guy who's just sitting there that look like Deacon or whoever
They
just sitting there.
They didn't
move one bit.
This man said
like
they had a gun in his 8-month baby face.
Because I mean, all right, think about it now. All right, we all know a couple of little,
It don't rob nobody else.
little grimies.
Yeah.
But I think you got to be a little different in your train of thought for you to say, I'm going to go
In the church.
run up in the church and rob this dude while he's up on the podium. It's a difference if you say, all right, I'm going to get him when he's closing up the church. Yeah. When he coming out, we get him in then. But to run up in the church while church is going on, take a whole nother mental state.
We're living in a new world.
So he got robbed, and then what? The same day he did a TikTok about it. Is that what they say?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if I'm traumatized, and my family is traumatized, I'm not doing a TikTok video.
But that's what he said, though.
Church is traumatized.
He said everybody but him.
Oh, he wanted that sympathy money.
He actually said that he went after them.
He
went that sympathy money.
Went after them because when he went outside, now this is where it gets cloudy. He said he went outside right after they walked out. He got up and he went out, and they changed their clothes across the street. Change their clothes. I'm like,
they do that though, yo. No, somebody broke in my car and trust and believe when the cops caught him and brought him back.
No, they'll change clothes. No. We know that. But what I'm saying to you is, all right, anybody from the streets understand the movement and how it works when you rob somebody.
Yeah.
You rob somebody. This is not the time for me to walk across the street now, take something off in front of everybody. So I had black and now I had white for them to say he had black, but he ended up in white. That's stupid. So whoever they are don't understand the science of that. You just a dude with a gun and that's your power. Because honestly, you didn't think that out thoroughly. Yeah. If you come out, you come and they took their mask off while they're taking off the clothes. Like everything he's explaining right now does not make sense for anybody who's from the streets that understand how that works. Yeah. That's not how you rob somebody. Yeah. If I'm robbing him right now, he's on the floor, out one by one. The first dude goes out, and you tell everybody, anybody move, I'm lighting everybody up while you walking out. Yeah. Even if you want to let off one, all right, put something, you let it off. I'm not training anybody for anything. I'm just saying.
You let off one.
And your man and them already got in the car. They waiting on you. You ready. You out. Because by the time whoever's going to be the hero to get up, come to the door, you already gone. Yeah. You're already gone. But for now, for me to get up, walk out, and I see this guy coming behind me, after me, and I don't let off something after him to let him know I'm not playing with you.
Yeah. So
I go across the street. I change my clothes with the rest of them. We take the mask off and we get in the car. You have time to see my license plate, what type of vehicle I'm driving, what type of shirt I had on, what color skin I have, and all. Come on.
Yeah.
The whole thing don't even make sense.
It doesn't add up.
It don't make sense. So like I said, if it is real, them guys is amateurs.
Yeah.
If it's not, police need to start.
And he knows his total accurately. So easily. 400. The chain for 150.
He's not adding in what we call sweat equity. You know when you sweat on your jewelry.
He give a flat rate, 400.
I see the ring going for $350.
The ring alone?
Yeah.
$350?
So what else is 50,000? The rest of
I got some numbers here. You want some numbers?
Call cap. That's what you call cap right there. She said $350.
Yeah. What she said, dog?
$350?
You want some numbers on what their jewelry supposedly cost?
Yeah,
all right. The Rolex, 75,000. Another a Cavalier watch, 75,000. 25,000 for some Episcopal ruby and diamond ring. Times 2.
That's the ring. Yeah, that's the ring. How much?
25,000 times 2.
I got a 65.
I see retail price $350.
And it tells
go ahead.
25,000 for some earrings.
25,000.
Another 20,000 on a diamond and emerald cross, and another 20,000 on another Episcopal ring, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's the bishop rings.
And then the cross, what? 20,000, and then
What is a
another
bishop
gold
ring?
cross, 20,000. I mean 10,000. So
That's what he said it costs, or
I heard it was 400,000. Now this came up.
That's
to
what he said.
A
That's what he
million
said.
now.
What
This is from the New York Post saying
Yeah,
that it's up to $1 million now. So
yeah, he probably was traumatized. He ain't getting on the whole list.
I mean, you go on Amazon right now, go get one for like $1.50.
He was too traumatized. He gave him half the price.
What is a bishop ring?
So he got the parishioners thinking that they're about to be part of a mass shooting.
Huh.
He what?
He had the congregants feeling like they were about to be a part of a mass shooting when it was just a plain robbery.
Yeah, anybody would think that.
I feel like he set that up.
That means,
the whole thing
his
feels
church is going to be strapped up now. Because in the video he says he thinks that every pastor should get the permit for a
handgun. That's not going to happen.
They were wearing masks that he could see.
Where is
that going to happen?
Where, in New York?
New York.
Yeah,
in New York?
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Who? What happened? Who?
He's saying that he feels that all pastors should have a license to carry
a firearm.
Why?
So they don't get robbed for 400,000.
That don't make no sense.
Listen. Church are strapped up now, man. You can't let
I mean, a lot of churches do have this. They have this security.
Yeah,
security.
If you got 400,000, you can afford a security.
Of course.
If you got 400,000 of jewelry or whatever, you can afford it.
You're different in yourself.
You can afford it.
You don't want the security to strap. You want to be strapped.
Okay. So let me ask
security
everyone.
be strapped so you don't get
what?
You don't get caught up.
Caught up in what? You gotta be strapped too, man.
You be like Plaxico, shoot yourself in the foot. Or Little Wayne.
Pastors in Jamaica have been strapped for a long time.
I'm just saying.
Are we in Jamaica?
I'm just saying to you.
Yep.
Don't be like a couple of them. They end up shooting themselves in the balls and stuff like that. So the football player that was in the club,
but listen,
Little Wayne shot himself same way.
Maybe not here.
He shot himself.
A lot of pastors is coming from certain lifestyle and changed and become a pastor. Some of them.
Well, you can't say change.
Some of them
can't say change.
Some of them will change. You people changes.
Well, I'm saying to you, if you're a pastor that's strapped up, you ain't fully changed. You still got one toe in the street still.
Can't be.
If you're going by people, if a pastor's saying he's going by faith, if he's going by faith.
So what about?
I don't need that.
What about the swords and the armor that they wear?
Who said protection?
I said me. I said that it's protection.
What about protection for the pastor?
Yeah,
it's like having it on you.
Remember, the Bible said be wise and not.
Nah, understandable.
Yeah.
But then now, what happened now if what happened to you as a pastor if you end up shooting that person, killing that person? Does that weigh heavy on you for the?
No, not supposed to be.
Okay.
You're protecting yourself.
You're protecting yourself.
So now let's move into the last segment. It has connections to this. So it's a thing called accountability. So we spoke about that with Dr. Johnson on Friday. You understand what I'm saying? So now when it comes to accountability, now, if you were a member of this church and you kind of knew he, was flashy, but you didn't know he was that flashy. You saw him with a few little jewelry here, maybe a little Gucci suit, something, but you didn't add up everything. Accountability now. Or if you're one of these, what do you call it? Usher and all these other dancers that dance around and stuff. Michael Jackson's Ushers.
Praise dancers.
Chris Brown's.
Praise dancers.
So I'm saying, if it's that now, do you hold this person accountable for how things has been managed as far as the morality of the church that you attend? Do you hold these people accountable in saying that, do I really need to be at a church like this? Is it the right place for me on a spiritual level?
It's not happening.
The thing is, a lot of them preach prosperity. So you look at him. For some people, they'll look at him and think that, oh, one day I'm gonna get what he got.
Yeah.
So they sit there and wait for that one day to come.
That's a point. That's
from account of it's not happening, because even for this same guy, somebody seeing a Gucci suit, nobody's gonna go up to the pastor and say, Pastor, why you always being Gucci suits?
But why not?
That's the problem. Nobody's not ever.
That's why I got a problem with it.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't really ask the pastor questions.
Why not?
I'm just saying.
A committee?
It's not normal to ask the pastor questions. Like, you don't know where he's getting his money from. The people that probably can hold him accountable would be the people that are in the finance of the church. So if the bills are not getting paid, but the pastor's wearing Gucci and this, that, and the third, then you'd be like, okay, pastors, there's something going wrong, because the temple is not being paid, the musicians are not being paid, and stuff like that.
Lights,
you have
mortgage,
to go to him and be like, hey, what are you doing with the money?
Right.
When we give it to you. So I don't think the ushers and everybody else that the congregation can go to him and be like, hey, what you got going on? It's the people that's actually
finance
in the finance that see where the money is going.
So
true.
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. But I think everyone should be able to talk to their pastor.
Absolutely.
Should be able to question them. Should be able to challenge them. Because the problem with it that we put individuals, they breathe, they look, they act, everything just like us.
Yeah.
So you don't get any merit badge different than anybody else just because you memorize scriptures. Because again, scriptures is something I can turn around a scripture and make it fit whatever I want to control you with.
Right.
You understand? Like if prosperity, like we said just now, I find the one that says something about prosperity, and I'll tell you this. This is one that I always had, and this is to close. I always was wondering, and this is in the Catholic situation. I always was wondering about that when they always told you about no matter what you do, confess your sins. What was it, 10 Hail Marys or 12 or one of these numbers, right?
I don't know.
And your sins are forgiven. Oh, that's crazy. I used to watch the movies, and these Italian dudes used to go out. They shoot their best friend. They shoot somebody, and then they come in. Pastor, damn, I did it again. I shot Q.
It's Father.
Like, oh,
Father,
man.
Forgive me.
I know you didn't really mean. I know you didn't really mean to shoot Q, and I know you really did love Q as a good friend. 12 Hail Marys.
You're forgiven.
You're forgiven. And then that guy said, "All right, cool. I feel good. Because you seen it in what was it, Sopranos? They used to do it all the time. They go into the pastor say, oh man, say it again. They had another show called
it's not like I don't think forgiveness is like that though, you know.
In Mexico, Ozark, the one of the Mexican cartel dude carried his own pastor around with him to help wash his sins. The pastor knows he's a drug lord, he's a killer, he's everything. But all he has to do, he said, all right, I forgive you. The Lord forgives you. Just try not to do it again. He goes, I'm trying my best. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, accountability in everything we do. See how society will start to change. See how it will start to change, because the same thing we quote all the time when Bob Marley said, when it rain, it won't rain on just one man's house stomp. The problem with that is the fact that everyone is looking across the street and say, I'm not worried about that. It's raining on Jess' house.
Yeah.
Until the clouds move over, right? And then look in and they say, damn, Jess got it bad over there. Look, it's raining in the house, it's leaking. And then what happened now? It moved over your house, and now it's starting to leak. Oh shit, I didn't realize I had a leak up in my house. Hey, can somebody help me when I get it? No, because you see what happened? The same movement that you were on when you saw your neighbor, you didn't go out and lend that helping hand. And now all of a sudden that you're in that problem, you want that to be returned to you. Accountability at the end of the day. If we all took accountability for every one of our actions in our neighborhoods and then with our kids and different things, society would be a lot better. But because everyone is hands off and everyone looks like it's not my problem, I don't want to get involved. All these different terms.
Everybody looking out for themselves.
That's where we at. That's where we at nowadays.
Preservation.
And there's really no self-preservation at the end of the day because everything is gonna come back on you. That dog you let loose is gonna run back. That wolf that you know, like a lot of these gangs figure they get all these little young boys and they'll throw them something. But when the money run low, you know what them young boys do? They come back. That's what you call the return of the wolves in the neighborhood. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Great discussion. Again, for everyone out there, we're not telling you not to partake in the church, not to do your tithes or anything like that. Always saying, pay close attention when your pastor is driving a Bentley.
Well, what I can say in America, church is a business.
It is a business, unfortunately. But that's why for you need to more find your spirituality separate
within you
as
a believer.
Because if you're looking for an individual, the Bible alone tell you don't trust flesh.
You got to know this.
Can't put your trust in man itself. So that alone to tell you, pay attention.
Just as I said,
if they're not referencing the Bible or not, you can't find it in the Bible, then you go ahead and question. But I can say as well, I don't know, as a Haitian, I'm not going to say all cultures are like this, but in the Haitian community, we are taught to not question the elders.
Right.
So I don't know if it's the same in other cultures.
It is. It is.
So I think that's the problem in because we're taught to not question them. We don't ask questions. It's okay to ask questions. We're all humans. We're all adults. And if it ain't making sense, then find you another church. There's plenty of churches out there.
There's something I want everyone to watch if you get a chance. This is that 50 Cent show called BMF. There was a clip with Snoop Dogg, right? So everybody knows Snoop Dogg. Majority of the time he's playing all these pimps and blah blah blah. So he plays a pastor in this portion right here, and he has a local drug dealer that he has stashed out at the church. But he's basically hustling the drug dealer. You can sell your stuff and stash your stuff here for a price. The drug dealer gives him, his monthly cost or what he charges him. Snoop Dogg goes upstairs. Now, mind you, Snoop Dogg has a wad of cash like this he just got from the guy, right? Tucks it in his top jacket, right? Walks upstairs. There's a parishioner, which is supposed to be Big Meech's father when he was younger. The father's waiting on him. The father went and bought food for the pastor, right? So the pastor goes, "Oh, thank you, brother," whatever his name is. So, Brother Q, thank you so much for getting this food. He's like, how much I owe you for the food? So at first the guy's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Pastor." Now, mind you, this guy's struggling right now. He can't pay his bills. His house is up for foreclosure. Lights is getting ready to cut off. But because the pastor's held up so high, he's willing to sacrifice that. He's like, "Pastor, don't even worry about it. I got you." So the pastor goes, "Oh, no, I can't do that, my brother." So he goes, "How much was it?" And he might have said "Oh, it was only $20. Pastor pulls out $5. I go, "Damn, I only got $5 left on me, brother. Are you good with that?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, Pastor, don't worry about it." So then the pastor said something like, "Yeah, the Bible said any man that accept measly things like $5 is blessed." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I don't know. It never said that in the Bible. It said such and such." And the guy, and Snoop Dogg goes, "I was just checking to make sure you was paying attention." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what you got to look out for.
Exactly.
Yeah, read scriptures on your own. Don't listen to somebody else's interpretation.
That's what you got to look out for. Because if that guy didn't know the scripture, he'd be like, "Thank you, Pastor. Blessings. I'll take the $5 and not." And the pastor got that big wad on the other side of that jacket.
Yep.
Scammers, watch them. All right. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Live at the barbershop. We'll see you next Friday. Get up off the couch, go out in the world and be somebody. And before we check out, go put that up. Yo, IT been slacking lately. Yo, what's up? It's like,
he on vacation.
I gotta tell him nowadays, like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Tell a story.
I'm saying, no, it's not a story. It's a good ending for everyone to understand what is in front of you.
You made it sound like you was about to
because I'm a good storyteller. It's good. All right. Check us out on all the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Amazon Music, Audible, Pocket Cast, Pocket Caster, Radio Public, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and of course, my favorite, iHeartRadio.
Bye.
Go out in the world and be somebody.